Be looking. Okay. So, my name is Miss M, and I am interviewing Miss H. She has been teaching for 20 plus years.
Not so much.
How many?
18.
18, almost 20 years. So, she is a seasoned veteran teacher. She is also from the beautiful islands of Jamaica. And I'm going to ask her some questions, okay? The reason why I'm asking is because I want to talk about culture, I want to talk about American society, and I also want to talk about the mental health crisis that I feel like I see in our country. She's from Jamaica, and she's going to talk about her experience teaching elementary in Jamaica versus her experience teaching here. I also want to ask her some questions about parenting, okay? And I'm only doing this because I want to bring awareness. Because as a teacher, I feel like we have a serious, at least from what I've seen in my 3 years, I feel like we have a mental health issue. And this is what's causing so many teachers to walk out because of the behaviors that are going on in the classroom that are unresolved. And I want to hear her feedback. So let me turn my camera around. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know how to do that, but how do I turn this camera around?
I don't know.
Sorry, y'all. Okay. So this is Miss H.
Hi.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Miss H. So when did you come to the United States as a teacher, and why?
I came to the United States in August 2023, and I came just as an exchange teacher, just to learn about the US, teaching in the USA culture, and to see what it's all about, just to experience a different culture from mine.
Okay, thank you. My next question is, so it's been almost 3 years, right?
Yes.
And the short time that you have been here, and I'm going to ask you a very honest question because, like I said, I truly want to bring awareness to this topic. Do you notice a significant difference in the children in the United States versus back home in Jamaica? And what differences do you notice if you do?
Yes, there is definitely a tremendous amount of difference as it relates to students in Jamaica and students here in the United States. One is that their behavior patterns is far different, far different. Students here, the different consequences that are aligned to them, it's different in Jamaica. Students in Jamaica, from my point of view, is that we would say at times, students will give trouble or whatever it is because kids will be kids, but as it relates to being disciplined, they are much more disciplined than here. Much more disciplined. Students here, they don't weigh on words. Whatever they want to say, they just say it blurtfully. Um, they're not reprimanded in ways in which I'm not talking about corporal punishment or anything like that, because I personally do not believe in corporal punishment. I believe that everybody has ears to hear, and if you're spoken to, you must hear. Here in America, some of the times if you don't shout, then they don't seem to understand what it is that you're saying. You have to be repeating over and over. In Jamaica, within my classroom that I had, I just talk to kids and they sit down. I could easily leave my classroom and go anywhere else on the compound and know that my students were seated doing their work and they would not step out. Here, it's different. We are inside here. We don't leave them any at all. We are watching them 24/7. And it's really a big difference because they don't seem to listen some of the times. And it doesn't matter of the fact that you're going to be sitting down and be making all these classroom rules with them. Some of them just do not go along. And then the big difference is that whenever you're trying to communicate with parents, some of them, it doesn't matter what you're going to be saying, they do not believe you. they believe they're kids. And that's the truth. They believe they're kids. So if the kids say, teachers say, the board is broad, then they're going to believe. They're not going to come and find out what it is. There are different measures in which we communicate with parents. In Jamaica, we will have like the PTA meetings like every fortnight or every 2 weeks per month. Here, you call, you do your little conferences on the phone, or you can send the emails and everything. Some will answer back to you, give you back a feedback, some will not. So working here, it's really, you have to have a strong mental capacity here. If you don't have it, it's just not going to work out. It's just the truth. It's like you just come to work, and after work you go home. In Jamaica, when it's lunchtime, you feel much freer. Children just go out and they play.
I'm sorry to cut you off. So something that you mentioned, you said in Jamaica, like it's not like here, like where you go to work and you go home. Are you trying to say like you feel drained at the end of the day? Is that what you're stating?
At the end of the day here, it's like you have nothing else to do. You really have nothing else to do, because not every co-worker is really friendly that way. Person will just pass you by. In Jamaica, you have the staff room. If you want to go and sit, you sit and you interact with your colleagues. You know every colleague's name. Every colleague will know you. What is it that Miss H like? What is it that Miss M like? Here, you definitely have to say, all right, this is my grade, so I interact with the teachers that are here more. Outside, when you go through the door, people just pass you by. It's like a different culture. Some persons don't look at you to say, hey, good morning, how are you? They just, yeah, it's totally different. I'm not used to that. I'm used to be greeted by the guard at the gate, going in. We interact. We have our little chit chats. We sit and we talk. We share a lot.
And I'm glad, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's another thing. Like, when we talk about our American society, right? You said in Jamaica, at the schools that you teach at, everyone seems like they're happy to be there, like they're all talking and interacting. Do you think maybe in America, the reason why there's a lot of like not talking, passing, the teachers are just exhausted and they're so overwhelmed with their own stuff that they don't even have that in them to give, like back home?
Yes. Because coming here, I realize you have more time to breathe. You have more time to breathe in Jamaica. Here, it's like you're done teaching a particular subject. You have a little bit of break, not too much, because during that break, you have to go to meetings, you have paperwork. It's like you're fixed like a machine, metaphorically speaking. You're just going like the copy machine, going. In that capacity in Jamaica, yes, you'll have time, you have the break, you have like an hour, and you go and you can revamp. There's just no space here. It's like you're just hitting the ball over and over. No space. So when you're done, you just want to go home, you just want to take a shower, might get something to eat, and that's it. And you wake up the next morning,
Do the same thing.
do the same thing over and over. It's just that you now have to say, hey, this is my personal space. So away from work, I will definitely try to find a space in which I can, revamp.
Okay, sorry, Miss. I'm going to stop there. And I'm going to ask you some more questions later on. So I'm going to do a part 2 to this interview because she's actually speaking some gems. I'm learning a whole lot. So tune in for part 2 of International Teachers. Thank you.